This video is intended for, like, an audience hopefully above the age of 13, but I still wouldn't trust a 13-year-old with fucking power tools, you numbskulls. If you think that's for kids, I'd be like, yeah, give your kid a drill, see what happens. $5 says he loses an eye or two. You neglectful shit parents, I blame you for all this copa nonsense. Alright guys, hello and welcome to another episode of Modification Madness, where I broke the peg for J. Jonah Jameson's bicep. Took a little tiny nail, cut it, drilled it in, and there we go. Good as new. So I decided I was going to do it with my Marcos Martin Spiderman because I've been having so much trouble with these arms. So it's simple. What you got to do, let me turn on the light so maybe it's easier to see. Maybe that just makes things harder to see. Gotta take your drill, gotta get this drill bit, I'm not entirely sure the size. And you gotta take it, you know, turn it on. This might be a little tricky. Did it off camera, but you gotta drill in there. Of course, take it out and test it. Sticking one end of it in there. And of course still make sure you're not in there too deep so that, you know, everything still moves the way it should. Although this guy is still stiff as all heck. Alright. And then, I mean, the arm has already been heavily drilled into in my attempts to fix it. So take a screw, the same screw, I don't care, but check to see if it, you know, goes in there snugly. In this case, kinda does not. So I might modify this off camera in some way to make sure it would fit snugly. I was experimenting with this. Turns out I drilled so deep that it was touching the joint, so really had to cut that down. And since there's still, you know, a peg there, yeah, it's really loose. And I guess I'll try to fix that in a second, but for the time being, hey, it actually swivels and does its thing. That's more than I can say for how it's been for ever, really. Now, I might want to keep this other arm kind of loose, because I do want to make an interchangeable flat arm, because, you know, Marcos Martin Spider-Man paper doll, you know, wraps his, her arm hand around him and it becomes flat, because that's kind of her shtick. Now, let's check the other one. Yeah, I gotta modify that too. No amount of super glue is fixing this. Alright. Got this in there kind of snug. That's good. Now, drilling into this particular peg is going to be tough, because as you can see, it's kind of, you know, messed up. So, word of advice if you guys, for whatever reason, want to copy my customs, or if you're like, gee, Mugman, that kind of sucks. Why would I ever want to order your Marcos Martin Spider-Man? Next time I do this, I'm just going to swap them at the pegs in the arm. And I will shave down this part of the arm and resculpt it so it has more web lines, just so it makes a bit more sense. Oh, also, this is kind of a spoiler for a custom, but that's not important. The important thing... Okay, I was about to say the important thing is not drilling into your finger, and I literally just drilled a bit of my freaking fingernail. Okay. See if I can actually do this on camera for once without, you know, killing myself. Go in. Alright, I don't think I can do this on camera. You know, the stress of being on camera. Which is funny because, you know, I do a lot of stage shows because I want to be an actor and all. You'd think it would be easy for me, right? Dear God, that was not easy. But I got it in. Because there's a whole lot less drilling in this arm, and ooh, I gotta repaint that. I guess I gotta shave that down. Yeah, I guess I didn't really do that. It's a whole lot tighter here. But you can still remove it kind of easily, but, you know, shaking it around. That's good. So I guess I can still have that gimmick, but also got to shave some things down, as you can see. Alright. Well, guys, I think that's it for this year's episode of Mugman Modification Madness. Stay tuned for other things and maybe more Dark Christmas horrific crap that I make because, I don't know, I mean, I kind of wanted this, quote, scary ghost stories of Christmas to return because we never really tell scary stories on Christmas anymore. And that sounds kind of cool. Even though I'm pretty sure that's what Halloween's all about. But, you know, whatever. Alright, have a good day, everyone.